Hello again. Well, hello again there, YouTubers. I realize it's been a couple months since you last seen me, maybe 6-8 weeks. Haven't posted a video for a little bit here working on my greenhouse. Looks like I've gotten a little bit more done than what I wanted to before shooting another video, but wanted to go ahead and take a couple minutes here to shoot a video this morning. It is June, the beginning of June 2015. So just been kind of working on it whenever I get a chance. You know, I've had to plant my garden and do a couple other things around the house, but it looks like last weekend and this weekend I get to work on it. So wanted to give you an update on where I'm at. So you're going to have a little bit of the camera moving here. Apologize for that, but let's walk through it. So the last time you had seen me, we had 3 hoops in the ground for the greenhouse. And let me back up here a little bit. Today you can see that we have all the hoops in the ground plus some framing on it. Won't really call it framing, but some things to help hold it together and stiffen it up. The first thing you'll notice is the way that we've done this. As you can see, the bolt goes through the wood, through the 1/4 inch conduit, which also goes through the 1/2 inch conduit, and then gets a nut put on the other side of that. So we sandwich all 3 of those things together: the wood, the 3/4 inch conduit, the 1/2 inch conduit. And we've done that on every single one of them down through there. The second thing that we done was added this board as well. Both of these boards are called 5/4. They're 5/4 decking boards. They're 16 feet long. And the reason I use 16 feet is because it takes 3 of them to go 50 foot, and you have just a little bit left over, so not a lot of waste. And what me and my dad done to get this right was we took a level and leveled it up one side all the way down through here on every single one of them. And then we took a clamp. As soon as we got level, we took a clamp and clamped it, then drilled our holes and bolted it. And so far I got 1 bolt in each piece of conduit. I don't know if I'm going to put any more than that. I may not. I'm not 100% sure. So that has made between these 2 boards really durable and stiff, and I think it's going to work out just fine, folks. The second thing that's done is, if you look down through the side of it here, you'll see that they all pretty much line up just like what we want. So that's the second thing that this framing has done, is it's pulled all of them in line with each other. And then to help out some more, we also put this 2x4 up on the inside of it all the way down through it. And that's going to do the same thing. That's going to help keep them lined up between the boards. Hopefully I don't get the sun, guys. Between that board and this board. Now it's a little bit harder to keep those lined up down through there. But what we're also going to do, I can back up enough here. What we're also going to do is put a post and a ridge board down through the center. So we're going to have a ridge board at the top of the hoop in the center, all the way down through it. And then we're going to put some 4x4s vertically down through the center of it, probably 4 or 5 of them maybe, to hold that ridge board up. And then we'll come off of the vertical poles as well and do a Y shape to these other 2x4 supports. Kind of talking about like the old style porches that you see, where there's a post and then there's two angle boards coming off of it. It's hard to explain, so maybe we'll once I get that up, I'll shoot another video of that and just kind of show you the process of how I'm putting these 2x4s up. Get over here where the sun ain't in your eyes. Here you'll see I have that 2x4 clamped right there on that first board, and I don't know if you noticed, but I did leave a little bit sticking over on every single one of these boards, and that's because I can then frame to it if needed, or I can cut it off with Sawzall if I don't need it. I'm not 100% sure if I do or if I don't need it right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on there and see how it works out later. But I have the clamp here, and then I simply went down here to the other end and clamped it up by myself as well. So now I got this board held up there by clamps, and now I can get up there on the ladder and clamp and drill every single one of these and put a bolt through it. And what I'll do too, to try and make sure that they all stay straight, is I will measure between the first and the next hoop to get that measurement, and then I'll make it the same measurement up here between that first hoop and this next hoop, so that way they're the same width apart. Still not 100% perfect because these clamps or those electrical conduit connectors, really they need to be longer. You know, currently they're like that long. They really need to be that long. I don't know if you can find those or special order them. If you can, that'd be great. I think it'd help you out in the long run. I personally didn't look. I'm too far into it now to go back and change it, so we're just going to deal with what we got. See how it works out. And then that's about it. So you see down here on the other side, I got the exact same thing. That one there is bowed in a little bit. We're going to have to fix that. But for the most part, all these conduit are the same, or lined up pretty well. Well, what else is going to happen is the plastic is going to come down, and we're going to stop it right here, and then it's going to hang loose from here on down, and this will be our window or our curtain whenever we roll it up and roll it down. You know, so that way we can let air through here, and that way it's the same on both sides. We can let up both sides of the curtains and let air circulate through here whenever it gets too hot. And for those of you who are just joining me and you're thinking, wow, he's just now building this greenhouse in June, it's too late. That's true, it is too late for this summer, but you gotta remember a greenhouse is for more about growing in the winter. In the summertime we plant in our garden. Not saying that you can't use a greenhouse in the summertime, because I certainly will. But for the most part of it, you know, a greenhouse is for those early starts or late harvests, or even growing through the winter. So this summer, I need to do some more weeding here in my garden. But if you take a look at all my tomato stakes down through there, those are tomatoes. And you get past some of these weeds here, and you see my tomato plant there. You notice it's doing good, and got my straw down to help control my weeding, which needs to be still done. But you know, I haven't weeded it in 3 weeks, so I'll probably just go down through there with my weed eater real gently and cut everything off and put a fresh layer of straw on top of it. Be good to go for a couple more weeks. Don't know if you see it here, but here's my onions I got planted, and then on down through the garden I got some green beans and some corn, but the weeds are starting to take over those, so I'm gonna have to get those cut back today. But while we're at it, I want to go ahead and set up this camera and show you what drilling and bolting a 2x4 consists of. So the bolt we're using is a 1/4 inch, 2.5 inch long. Put a washer on the top side, washer nut on the bottom side. And there you have it, folks. Got our first one done on this side up top. We're going to go ahead and turn the camera off now, get the rest of the boards up, get them all drilled and bolted, and we'll see you after that's done.